Confirmed as of the date you see on your screen, Rockstar employees have once again gone rogue, taking bribes from malicious parties in exchange for your social club personal information, such as emails, passwords, credit cards associated to product purchases from Rockstar Games Launcher, and more, compromising everyone's social club, or even personal requests in which corrupt employees will perform for payment. Find out more later in this intro. The following 29 seconds of footage that you're about to watch was clipped by GriefersSuck aka FuriousFemboy on May 23, 2025 at around 18:00 p.m. Eastern Time. With their permission in this message. Link of their footage and POV from their channel will be in the description. If you have any footage on your YouTube or Twitch channel that you would like me to showcase onto my series with your permission provided in direct messages, you can do so by adding me on Discord with the user and tag provided on your screen. You can also add me regardless at your wish. Hello everyone, this is KingVector11 and welcome back to another Modders COD series episode. This series is brought to you especially targeting newer or innocent players of GTA Online by me to show you how bad modding can get and has gotten in GTA Online to this day and beyond, to warn you of what you could be facing in public lobbies on the PC platform with a visual proof I have to showcase to you in this series. If you'd like to know more information in regards to how bad or how much worse modding can get or has gotten, or to simply even know how I format these videos, you can check out this part 1 rant video, link will be in the description. Even after the release of the BattlEye anti-cheat for PC players on September 17, 2024, mod menu developers have quickly found many bypasses thanks to the help of Rockstar, such as with the following examples you see on your screen being some of the examples used to allow their own consumers to continue publicly modding online, in most but not all cases, undetected. More information on this can be found in part 2 of my modding rant video, link will also be in the description below. Proven and confirmed starting April of 2025 through a video by Arson Y on April 6, 2025, where some Rockstar employees have gone rogue, one of them taking bribes in exchange for your social club info as well as for personal requests through corrupt Rockstar support agents to hijack specific accounts, especially those who are crew leaders, or to manipulate your account statistics, and through much more examples, such as those you see on your screen, which are not limited to only these examples and were proven to continue through another one of his newer videos uploaded on May 25, 2025 and through his post on May 28, 2025 confirming all of his GTA accounts were hijacked through corrupt Rockstar support agents and permanently banned. Master has even uploaded his own videos on this situation starting April 7, 2025, where GTA series videos crew had fallen victim to these crew stealing exploits, which had been a thing of existence since 2014 and which Rockstar had never initially cared about until this had gained enough traction, especially since this crew has a Discord server directly linked on Rockstar's official Discord server, to where Rockstar had finally taken action. He had updated his own YouTube channel on May 27, 2025 in regards to the new extremity of everyone's social club accounts being compromised as a result of Rockstar's negligence to these exploits that they themselves are still taking bribes to this very day, including corrupt Rockstar support agents doing anything from malicious members to make a profit of these corrupt requests, but doing nothing to remedy the problem. I advise everyone who is a part of a crew, especially as a leader, to change your passwords ASAP on a weekly basis at recommendation. And if you ever start facing these symptoms as mentioned, turn off GTA Online completely and wait at least 1 month before playing again to ensure you are no longer on the malicious members' radar of highly valuable compromised accounts. This part 3 rant video, which features the links to all of the videos mentioned, will also be put in the description of this series video and in future Modders COD series videos to follow. Recently, in February 2025, I've even come across proof that Rockstar had sold their full GTA 5 source code to the wrong hands, who would then sell it to the public, including mod menu developers aka cheat makers, which in turn would share their profits with Rockstar for them to turn a blind eye. That is one of the major reasons to how we are getting more RCE attacks in GTA Online and different ways modders can boot you off your game, or worse, your internet. The price for the full GTA 5 source code sold for about 7,000 euros. In the meanwhile, Take-Two Interactive is also doing anything they can in their power to choose which mod menus must be taken down, such as the menu for illegally obtained and reverse-engineered GTA 5 source codes, and likely other mod menus to follow after BattlEye's implementation, such as 2 Take 1, Frontier, Lightning X, Terror, Gideon's Nightmare, as just some few examples. At least that's what Take-Two Interactive and or these mentioned mod menus and their developers would like us to believe. However, they are not doing anything against other mod menus specifically specifically stand for these reasons? Does this make Take-Two is illicitly doing business with select mod mule developers and turning a blind eye when paid enough in these illicit business dealings? Some dedicated viewers have even reached out to me in private as of March 31st, 2025 that there are mod menus still actively updating for the PC Enhanced version through mod menus like Chirax Enhanced, New Way, Lexus V9, and that is just the beginning of some of the examples. Makes me wonder how that is possible without any form of aid from Take-Two or Rockstar. I even have other proof of how Rockstar supports modding from people who had reached out to me, such as from a friend I had known since 2020 who had never modded since until he had been fed up of being crashed to desktop over 20 times a day. So he got himself an alt account to use mods on for the intentions of protections from being crashed. According to him, his modded account had never seen a punishment in its lifetime. However, his main account, in which he never uses mods on, had been oddly suspended for not using mods in its life. Someone else had reached out to me earlier in this series that they joined a crew of grinders to give and get help making money in levels. At some point when they had taken a break from the game for 2 weeks, they got an email that they were banned from the game. During that year, the crew they were part of was attacked by malicious hackers, and those modders have yet to receive any punishment by Rockstar. As a result of this publicly disclosed research and information I have discovered and found that I'm willing to provide to you in every intro of this series, I'm throwing both Rockstar and Take-Two under the bus for the continuation of modding in GTA Online, and as selective favoritism in mod menus and Rockstar's bribes from malicious members continues, then I will continue this series. So stay tuned to find out what could happen to you as an innocent player, and be safe when crossing paths or boundaries with any modder, because you will never know the risk you put yourself in until it is too late, and you are suspended, banned, or endlessly stalked by a modder. Remember, this series isn't about the examples of modders used, it's about Take-Two's and Rockstar's selective favoritism in modding and how they still continue to take bribes to allow modding to this day and beyond. And I'm on you, Take-Two and Rockstar. Now that I got all of the most important information out of the way, that like I said, I am willing to showcase at the beginning of every episode because anyone can randomly join in the middle of any video that I upload out there, so I just want to inform them of everything as a new person for just their perspective rather than someone who's been here since day one, in which if you have been, obviously I haven't done so much in those videos compared to what I'm doing now, but I'm digressing. So after all the information I'm willing to showcase to you, let me just get right into it. Obviously, this is not my clip, and here is the permission as they have even showcased to me at some point on Discord when I was actually introduced to them by a mutual friend, one of my more valuable members of my community. And when I say that, for new people, don't take that as a threat or you're lesser than someone else. You all mean everything to me equally. They've just been more active and threw more comments under more of my videos than anyone else, and I would still appreciate if you did, but if you didn't, if you don't want to reveal yourself that often, it is totally up to you. I respect that. Just want to let you know. Still, this person has reached out to me in a mutual group DM actually about a clip that they have taken from one of their Twitch streams, which is a 29-second clip, which of course explains more than enough of who the modder is. And like I said, if you guys have any proof you want me to showcase onto my series with your permission, obviously through a permission given to me in direct messages, you can do so by adding me on Discord. Here is the full tag. Remember to keep it case sensitive and add the tag as necessary if you feel you need to do so, because we're talking about Discord here. So obviously this isn't my POV, this is someone else's POV. They've given me permission to use their video. Obviously I'm going to link their clip in the description at the bottom of the description, just to have easier access for whoever wants to see it themselves, whoever wants to find it themselves, and easier access, not because I just want to put it like, you know, bottom of the barrel type of thing. It's just easier access. It's better to put it down there than to have it somewhere in the middle of the description, okay? That's just how I see it. Anyways, so what I've caught from this 29 seconds was simply a modder who just teleports to people. Of course, they haven't provided to me any context of how they came across this modder, what they've done prior to coming across this modder, what happened before this modder came across to them or something. If they wish to say so themselves, they may do so in the comments below. Of course, I will not pin it because I have my own comments that I'm going to pin. If they want to reply to it, it's totally up to them. Still though, as far as I'm concerned, in any context, as far as I've understood it, they were just in a mutual session with a modder who obviously is bored as frick and just wanted to waste people's time. So what they do is just teleport to random people and kill them. Enjoy these 29 seconds of footage that this person has provided in this clip. And mind you, like I may state in clarification, this is a clip directly from their Twitch TV.
I only say that if I get kicked, then it's proof they're not. Yep.
They kicked you?
Yep.
Obviously, 29 seconds long was the clip, and that is of the showcase too. This is just clear proof of someone teleporting to them while they were in an RC Bandito, in which even if you haven't used an RC Bandito or you don't know who may use an RC Bandito, typically around that era, especially in my POV anyways, I don't know if Rockstar's updated any time recently in the recent months since this clip was done. If you are using an RC Bandito, no one sees you, no one sees your icon or blip, you're just an invisible RC Bandito driving around doing whatever you want until you blow your thing up and whatever, and then when you finally come back to the game, your character's blimp is going to reappear back on the map. So it's technically a permanent ghost, I would say, which is kind of unfair, but still, I don't know if Rockstar has patched it or will patch it, especially since this was just a month before a DLC release where they did discuss a few RC Bandito nerfs that they did, or buffs or something, so maybe it has changed. But as far as I'm concerned though, they shouldn't have even known that they were right there, but they teleported right onto their player's location, which was them in an RC Bandito, and with one bullet they just destroyed it. And I don't think anything in this game takes one bullet to get destroyed, except if it's like breakables, like even freaking wooden planks, or these, you know, these lift planks or whatever you want to call them, these boards that they have like somewhere placed around the map. Even they take a few bullets before they get destroyed. You have to drive into them to one-shot them if you want to. But anyways, that's all I've really caught in my perspective of what I've witnessed from this modder. Voltron, who was there in the game, has witnessed that they used rapid fire railgun and homing launcher. I'm not going to say that's a mod, I'm going to say that's more of an exploit, because it is just a very quick trick of flipping your weapon wheel to instantly reload your weapon. I have found my own trick, which is not as recommended obviously, because it requires the use of a vehicle, and to make it more effective, another player who has a menu open to be able to adjust the vehicle settings, etc, etc. I may upload a video about that later on. Still though, I'm not going to consider that a mod to rapid fire railgun and homing launcher. It just sounds like they flipped between weapon back to weapon to just instantly reload it and continue doing what they're doing, which is obviously something tryhards like doing. But with mods especially, I mean, they don't have god mode either. You could probably see, it's too bad though, when I'm looking at this clip, when I'm looking at this clip on the bottom left, I see the icon, because I believe they were in a VC together anyway, so the icon was lighting up a bit on the bottom left, covers the map, so it kind of makes it harder to see a full view of them teleporting and whatever has happened. So I'm still gonna push through it with uploading this anyways. It was even not that easy to use this clip, because Twitch was not making it easy to put it on loop, so I don't have to like do something like, as you're gonna see right now, I have their clip. When I try to click on, when I try clicking on it, it's this little bar is not disappearing. This bar is not going. When I finally press play and click on it, then it disappears. If I move my mouse over it, whatever. If I even try pushing it back to the beginning, it takes a few seconds to go down, and I'm just like, it's too bad you can't. It's not your fault. I blame Twitch. That's all I'm gonna say. Still, thank you for your clip. Thank you for allowing me to showcase it to you. This is definitely nothing I have against you, nothing against your clip. It still was witnessable enough to see them teleport, which was enough proof. And with their name, especially, you can see on their thumbnail right here, you can see on the, right next to you are no longer CEO, you see their name. Yeah, it's an interesting clip. Thank you very much for allowing me to showcase it on my channel. Anyways, what should have been a 29-second clip and move on thing is now taking 5 minutes. Obviously, I'll put the timestamp in the description, in a pinned comment below for whoever wants to just witness the clip themselves, or whoever wants to witness the clip first single-handedly, but through their own perspective. You can do so. I'll put the link of their clip in the description of this video. But as far as I'm concerned, that is all my concerns. That's all of my proof. That's all of my witnessing that I have to showcase to you as proof of what has happened. And now, without further ado, I'm going to go over the comments of the previous episodes that I have uploaded last week. Finally, I'm getting back into the rhythm. I started feeling ugly about missing out on this, but still, I have some uploads to catch up on. Anyways, for those who wants to move on with their day, you may do so. You are not being held at gunpoint or anything to continue watching the rest of the video. But if you want to, it is your choice. If you wish to dedicate some watch time, some extra watch time into my channel, I would totally respect that. Whatever choice you make, I respect it regardless. But now, without further ado, I wish to say whoever wishes to leave as of this moment, thank you for watching. But for those who wishes to stay tuned for the rest of the video, let me go over some comments of the previous episode, as I said I would do, right here in this part of my disclaimer that I've showcased at the beginning for those who are not a goldfish, who actually read it, who are new viewers especially. Who have already read it before, it's totally up to you, but as long as you read it, it makes me happy to know that I actually have those who care to be a normal human being. Still, go into the comment section. Like I said before many times, and I'll say it again, every pinned comment from here on out will be a description of urgent news, some links to my community posts that I've made, some links of sources of information that I've even spoken about at the beginning of this video through my introduction, my disclaimers, and everything else that you have definitely needed or wanted to know about. Even if you may not want to, it's still information that is worthy enough to being showcased every single episode. If you wish to skip over it, if you've seen it before, or whatever intention you have, totally up to you, I respect that. With a timestamp of when the clip starts, I will always put on the top of my pinned comments from here on out for whoever wants to just skip to it. It is totally up to you. Now, obviously, I mentioned this person's name as a shout out, but I don't wish to bring them into like the spotlight. But obviously, I have a feeling Bumblebell is going to look at this part and he's gonna be like, first of all, he's gonna be like, why are you shouting me out? Then here's the reason why, because you're gonna look at this, you're gonna be like, bro, you were doing so well. There was no one who was being a typical average YouTube viewer who someone who hasn't used their head, who hasn't had the common decency to believe in hard work. And you know what? I respect your effort. We have someone who just doesn't care about hard work or dedication. They just came in just to be a child. That's all I'm gonna say. But still, they said there's been modders for years, grow up and forget about them. But I'm like, kind of hard to forget about them when they're intentionally ruining your game experience. But then they're like, but you are intentionally playing with a cheater. We can literally just leave and forget about them. So they're like, what a way to shrug off the problem. Thanks for understanding my intentions made for new players of GTA Online who are actively looking to make friends on the online game outside of myself. GTA Online wasn't just made for me, it was made for hundreds of thousands of people out there who are willing to go out in an online world to have a mutual interest with those who are also playing the game at the same time as them, to develop a friendship, maybe a personal relationship, whatever my case may be. It's totally up to them. Just to make friends. Trust me, my friends list is maxed out always. I'm at 250. I always have to open up and make some space. I feel guilty having to unfriend people I've once met years ago, but Rockstar has to increase the social club friend limit from 250. It is absolutely annoying to have to keep doing that every single time. Increase it to freaking 1000, I'd be happy. But obviously this person hasn't really asked this question, but I feel like they should. They should have probably asked, why are you doing this? Why are you going into public lobbies when you could just leave and do your own thing by yourself? Well, here's the thing, not everyone has the same courage as I do, who would go to the extent of getting my game crashed, of having my PC booted off the internet, where I have to do disk check, SFC scans, and DISM activations, or whatever you want to call it, on my PC on a weekly basis, just to be able to provide this content to you. If that doesn't speak dedication on its own terms, then I'm sorry that you don't respect my hard work and you would rather watch those who uses mods, or especially if you support modding, but I'm sorry. I don't need that extra dead weight on my shoulder. Goodbye. Honestly though, if you've got nothing nice to say, don't say anything. If you don't respect it, you could walk away. No one's holding you at gunpoint to watch my video as soon as you press on it. I watch, like, I literally have Hell's Kitchen. Like the other day, I had 2 hours worth of Hell's Kitchen videos playing on the background while I was playing Roblox, a trucking simulator, just so I can have some background noise while I'm doing something instead of being secluded in a noiseless environment. At least I had something to listen to that I had interest in. So if you have interest in watching these videos to the point you would have it playing in the background as you're doing your own thing, playing your own game or cooking dinner or something, I respect that. It's just that extra mile of dedication to someone's channel, like Hell's Kitchen in my instance. But still, if you've got nothing nice to say, don't say anything at all. If you don't respect my hard work, move on ahead. But if you have the audacity to shit talk me, to saying your voice is gay, you should kill yourself, you shouldn't even do this, or even in this person's more lighter, more respectable terms of crap talking me, of why are you making content like this, just go into an invite only lobby, no one cares. Well, guess what, I'm not the only one playing GTL. I thank you for not being that kind of a shithead, I have to say. Thank you for not being that kind of viewer on YouTube. It's like the first time I've ever seen a negative respects against me compared to what I've usually seen on a daily basis. For the most part, it's kind of annoying. Thanks YouTube for that. I'm not the only one playing GTA Online. This is mostly for people who are new to the game, who are like, what are the biggest issues out there that people are complaining about? Why is everyone complaining about modding so much? And then there's my series, the only person out there on YouTube who has the guts to showcase footage such as this onto YouTube, to let them know of what could happen to them, so that they have a clear understanding of, oh, someone could actually teleport to me, someone could actually have, like, not, they can't be killed, someone could just drive up to me at full speed and run me over, even though it's kind of illegal to go like 5,000 kilometers an hour just to get freaking bambushka to freaking death by a freaking, what do people use? A vagrant or something? I don't freaking know. A Truffade Nero or a Prince of Devastate or something. Whatever the frick they're using. Freaking whatever. Freaking usually. Still, people who are out there taking interest in this game needs to know about these problems. To let them know to be careful. To let them know that if they wish to tread on embers, it is their choice. It is their choice to continue doing what they wish to do. If they don't care, it's totally up to them. They're not going to search up to begin with. But at least I know it is there. So I have a clear conscience of giving the most understandable information, the most relatable information that's not just happened to myself but other people. If it happened to me, it's likely happened to 10,000 other players out there. They're just too shy to speak their opinion because they're scared that if they go in the wrong side of modders are going to continue DDoSing their computers, booting them off their internet, stalking them, in every public session that they go to. Even if they log in a social club, they're going to be stalked, their profiles are going to be stalked, so on and so forth. They're scared, and I understand. I used to be scared when I first started having my game getting crashed every so often, but then I understood, oh really? Modders can do that. So at this point, I personally don't care. I'm just here to showcase this proof to you of what happens, what could happen to you, and what could happen and what does happen on a daily basis. There are modders out there who have access to your IP address, which is just enough to use that information to be able to hold on to that information. No other game out there, modders or cheaters, could steal your IP address from you just for being online. GTA Online is the only game, as far as I'm aware, where as long as someone has a mod menu, they are able to steal your IP address just for you logging into that session before you even join the session and have full control over your character. As long as the authentication servers dedicate you into a server before you start logging in and you're about to log in, the modders already know you're going to join that server before you start even joining, when you're still up in the clouds. And it's just that information that comes out to them, that reveals to them IP address, number, dot number, or something, whatever numbers that they provide. And once they have the information, whatever IP address is displayed to them, they could use that with their own programs to completely hijack your PC if they wanted to. It's happened to me twice. My PC was locked out from the internet without my control, and I had to fix it through disk check, SFC scans, DISM activation. I even had to restart my computer many times. I even had to perform troubleshooting. I had to find many ways without access to the internet to look up on Google, how do I fix my PC not being able to connect to the internet or anything. I had to fix it myself from the back of my head with a common knowledge of computing to understand and finally resolve my PC's issue on how to get back on the internet, because of freaking shitheads out there who have access to my IP address because Rockstar makes it possible. I'm not going to continue ranting on about that. Let me just move on. And of course, goodbye from my channel. Moving on. This person has, by the way, thank you for reaching out, even if it's on a serious video. I still respect people reaching out about this. Someone has reached out asking if there's anyone who can help them with doing KO Perico heists. They are in need of money, and they are a PC user. And I asked if they're legacy or enhanced, but they said if I know someone who has modded cars in GTA 5 enhanced PC, they would love to buy a DLS car mate, so I'm likely going to believe that they are an enhanced player. Of course, they respect me giving my honest truth, which of course I cannot be. I wish I could be, but I'm really not able to go on GTA Online so often. But especially if it was the enhanced version, I have made a promise to myself to record everything that I do on the enhanced version, from rags to riches, from RP level 1 to RP level as far as I'm going to go with this series, showcasing all of it on YouTube, full uncut footage. If they respect that, thank you. If they don't, to each their own. But if anyone would like to reach out to them in that episode, if someone wants to reach out in the comments to reach out to them, if they are able to, feel free guys, go ahead and reach out to them. I respect that, and thank you again for reaching out on my channel. I definitely respect you reaching out, especially if you reach out in newer videos that I upload on my channel, for newer Modders COD series or anything else I upload on my channel. I would respect that. Thank you for actually reaching out. So feel free to do so. Feel free to continue reaching out if you need to. Whoever wants to on a daily, whoever wants to on an average upload that up on my channel, totally up to you. And finally, last but very much not least, a valuable member of the community, Bumblebell. Thank you for your comment. They are saying, was this a birthday present? Because it's their birthday last week. Happy birthday again. I know I'm saying it now 6 days later. Happy belated birthday. But I hope I made it sound good, because I was not in the right state of mind at the time. But when I saw that, I was happy to hear that it was your birthday and that you reached out on the comments. Usually no one would reach out about stuff like that. It would be like, hey, it's my birthday, you know. I respect it regardless. I respect it. Thank you for speaking about it. Thank you for reaching out about it. And of course, I'm saying it 6 days later. Happy belated birthday. But truthfully though, dude, happy birthday. like 1+ hour later, got busy. I don't know what they're what they said 1+hour, but anyways, if you need more time to get off, then just take the time out of mind and prioritize your health over your channel. I'm trying my best, dude. It's hard. It's hard. With the amount of support I've been getting lately, I even left the YouTube partner program because I'm really not making much out of it, and I'm making less and less content with the motivation that I'm getting out of the lack of support. I just said I'll wait until the day comes when I feel it's right. But until then, for now, I thought I could do something that I thought I would have been supported like anyone else out there on YouTube would. It's not easy when you have no support. You need support from people to grow. That's how you grow. You can't just make subscribers from thin air. And with the amount I have, with the amount of support I get, I just said, no way. I have to move on. I have to leave it until the time is right. But until then, I hope you guys understand. So I'm not making any more ad revenue off of my videos for the time being. However long it's gonna take for my channel to grow, it's gonna take that long to grow. It took 8 years before I got 1,000 subs, and I'm not willing to give up completely. Of course, I don't even have the right environment to continue making quality videos that I wish to do, so I'm sorry about that, and that's also another reason why I quit, because I don't want to make it look like I'm expecting you guys to support me while I'm giving nothing in return. No, I had that in the back of my head, and I just said, screw it. I have to wait until YouTube grows a fucking brain and says this channel exists, recommend them to people who are actually willing to watch this content. 2.3k videos and YouTube ain't recommending jack shit to anyone. I literally have to rely on people to share my content for me, because YouTube ain't gonna do fuck all. They're continuing to recommending 10 million plus million freaking subscriber channels out there who already have what they want. But people who are trying to grow, YouTube's like, you're never gonna grow. You're never gonna be successful. Thanks for your motivation, YouTube. Anyways, I don't want to say this to force anyone out there to say, oh my gosh, I have to recommend him if I want him to be happy, if I want him to grow. I'm happy uploading whatever I feel is right, that I want to upload, that I have fun doing, that I wish to showcase to you. Even if it may be pointless, I still want to showcase my gameplay or something to you. Just to tell you that I'm not gone forever. Or something. Still, it's stuff that I enjoy. YouTube, of course, doesn't respect it. To each their own. And the people are telling me, yeah, you have to do your own niche. You need to make your own niche. Just follow what you like, and if people are gonna, no, it doesn't work that way. I could do whatever I love, but until I get support, it's gonna be pointless to do. So all I have to do is just upload what I feel is right to myself at this point, because YouTube doesn't care. That was back 15 years ago when you could respect and follow your own niche to grow. Nowadays, YouTube doesn't care. They're prioritizing how to fix ad blockers over anything, to tell you the truth, but that's YouTube. Still though, dude, thank you for your comments. Thank you for what you've stated. Thank you for reaching out as well. And happy birthday again. But anyways, as far as I'm concerned, I'm already 33 minutes in. I wish to not make this video any longer than I really should. So I'm gonna end it up right here. Thank you guys, whoever watched until this very moment. If you did enjoy, if you did like it, like and subscribe. It's totally not forced, but the support is always appreciated. And of course, like I always say at the end of these videos, good luck out there, because you will never know what could happen to you in your experiences of playing GTA Online, regardless if you're on Legacy or the Enhanced version. Good luck out there, be safe, and remember to not report these players through the in-game menus, and to report them directly on the Rockstar support page in the hopes it's going to go to a non-corrupt employee, because at this point, you're helpless. I hate to say it that way, but with the way I'm seeing Rockstar support act, they're just gonna pat these modders on the back and say, congratulations, here's 10 million in-game dollars for ruining people's experiences and stealing their IP addresses. Yeah, that's Rockstar for you. So if you wish to, I definitely do not recommend using the in-game menu. Don't use it at all. Just go into Rockstar support page, report them through Rockstar's support tabs through the appropriate department or the appropriate selections that you will go through to report a player, and whatever proof you have to showcase it to them, even if it's an unlisted video, even if you have to showcase that video to me too and put it on my Discord in direct messages. Feel free to reach out to me. I put my Discord in the beginning of this video and somewhere in the middle too for whoever is interested. And of course, at the end of the day, be safe, because you will never know what can happen to you until it is too late. Good luck out there, be safe, and I'll see you on the next one. And good luck, because yeah, you will never know what can happen to you. Be safe out there.